Okay, now we're gonna apply what we have learned previously from our worksheet 1, 2, and 3. Okay, really comparing between diffusion and osmosis. Okay, we're gonna look at this question here, very typical exam question, but really it's about not just about knowing them and stuff, but really you need to learn how to apply the concepts. So the experiment setup is as shown. So you're bluing in water in this membrane over here. Outside is purely water. Next one, concentrated sugar solution inside here. Outside is water. Okay, I think the key idea here is you need to analyze the diagram before you move into question. Many people just jump straight into question and that's it. You're not going to be able to answer them properly. Okay, now what else did the question say? It says after 30 minutes, the water in beaker S turns blue. Okay, so outside is water, but they say the water here turns blue. Okay, so that's this blue color. They say it turns blue. So what do you think has happened? Obviously, the blue ink must have gone out. Okay, blue ink moving out. Okay, this should be the idea of diffusion. Next one, they say the partially permeable membrane in beaker T bursts. So you can imagine the contents inside here must have gotten more and more and more. So must be the case of outside things moving in. So it's about water going in. So if water is going in, this must be a concept of osmosis. Is it possible for the water to go in? Yes, because outside is pure water. So it's 100% water potential. Inside is concentrated sugar solution, means low water potential. That's why the water can go in. Okay, so let's go on to the question itself. We have analyzed the diagram a little bit already. So what was the process in S by which the blue ink moves inside the membrane? So let's zoom in a bit more. So S, what's the process? So the blue ink moves from inside into the water. We know the concept is diffusion because this is the movement of blue ink. It's the movement of blue ink. So it's the movement of particles that's not water. We consider it as diffusion. So how do I know? So obviously inside higher concentration, outside lower concentration. That's why the blue ink moves out. That's the general concept. So you need to be able to describe it, and that is the reason itself. So first thing, blue ink molecules move from a region of higher concentration inside the region of lower concentration into the beaker. So lower concentration is in the beaker. I use blue on the red. Okay, so region of lower concentration actually is the beaker itself. Higher concentration is actually in the tube. So how does this movement occur? It's actually by diffusion. And because there's this membrane over here, so you will say across a partially permeable membrane. So that is the first part A. Now, part B. What's the process in T? We do know that water is the one that's moving. That's why it's osmosis. Now, give reason why it bursts. So you just need to explain in terms of why did the water move in such a way. So, water molecules from the beaker move into the tubing. Okay, actually, that's the first thing we know. Why? Because there's a higher water potential outside and a lower water potential inside the tubing. And this is actually across a partially permeable membrane. You must take the process which is called osmosis. Then the last one, because, let me explain why it bursts, right? Because the water molecules move in, that's why the membrane has burst. So this is the reason why the membrane has burst. So you will explain in such a way when you talk about applying the concept of movement of substances. So that's all.